those L's, I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, vacay, I'm staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign. I don't need that energy around me. I just need sun, you're so cloudy. I wake up good, you're so grouchy. Please get from around me. When the truth don't work, you start telling lies. Thought you were down to ride, you weren't down to ride. Caught switching, you were picking sides. Don't blink, caught slipping like a slip and slide. I was shooting dice till I got a nosebleed. Money on the floor, can't get cold feet. Took a L, should've put it in the whole free. Lord forgive me for my sins, don't know of me. Scary thoughts, I got scary thoughts. Lost control, now I'm taking charge. Breaking bills, friends breaking off. You could be the youngest, I'm the dawn. Kiss the ring, nah. In the scene like GOT. Stay away.
Put your mute on. Or is it my sound?
No, I have my mute on. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you,
I meant
thank
turn
you.
it off. I said put it on. Like, what am I doing?
All right, we got Buddha 1000, we got Dolly Bush, we got Vegan Knowledge. What's up, everybody?
What is going on? Everybody is in the house. And Dolly has like a ton of snow she was just talking about. And I told her today we had it was snow. You came in and told me I was working, and she's like, it's snowing and the sun's out. And I'm like, what? And I looked out the window, and sure it was, just flurries though. We didn't get any real snow, or we haven't gotten snow all year. And I'm like, so like I wanted to see at least one. It's so pretty.
Me too. It looked.
Buddha said she liked snow too.
I know. I thought it was gonna snow, and it did. It was weird. I went outside. I saw flurries this morning, and then it turned sunshine. Go figure.
Yeah.
I'll take it though.
Yeah, I'll take it.
So, good evening, ladies. I'm so glad to see you guys here. Yeah, you know, we came on a little bit later. I got my American Dream trading gear on tonight.
Woo! It looks good.
Trying to become a millionaire.
I got my sleeping gear on, so that's why I'm not on camera. I'll let you be the feature. One day I'll come on camera, maybe next week.
Still got my trusty J&J video hat nearby, though, always. But
I love it.
Oh yeah,
I forgot to put my little We Did It Health
got the little
cream on,
and the
that
hat.
looks good.
Yeah, man. American Dream trading, baby.
I like that. It looks good on you.
Thank you. I feel like I look like a cop.
You just said you're looking sharp.
All right.
Yeah, you do kind of look like it's a badge. That's why I didn't come on camera. Forget that.
I used to always get that because I was always such a tomboy. People would always look when I would go buy weed, dude. They would, okay, they would. I'm like, look,
now
it's
if
fine.
You're gonna run for
good.
president,
I know.
J&J, better not say that. If you're gonna be mayor or president.
That was back in the day.
You didn't inhale either, I'm sure.
Oh, I inhale. Why waste it?
It was funny the other day when you said that about being a cop. It reminded me of, I told you the other day, somebody stole my identity and then they gave it back. They didn't want it. They saw how much money I owed.
He was like, yes, somebody stole my identity, but they gave it back. I'm like,
that's too many bills. This ain't no, everything's over limit.
I don't want
done.
that credit. Forget it. But no, guys, it's back at Tuesday. Tuesday comes so fast anymore. I love it. And if I'm running behind, forget about it. But you know what? I know my babies will be here. So let's get into it. This week was this was a week of reckoning. A lot of people were having conversations this week that that basically were trying to kind of have these come to Jesus talks. Jen's trying to tell Rishi, you need to tell the truth or else. And, Danielle's trying to tell Johan, listen, you need to be truthful or else. Not to mention Mahmoud and Nicole. It's Nicole,
Uh,
right?
yeah, I think so.
Mahmoud and Nicole.
Why does that not
Yeah.
sound right all of a sudden? It's Nicole, I think.
Yeah, Mahmoud and
Yeah.
Nicole. Mahmoud finally had his come to Jesus talk like, okay, you know what? We probably just don't belong together, which we've been saying. Would it be, listen, did I not say 2 weeks ago that he needs to have that conversation with her and those words need to be said? Listen, if you cannot live by the Muslim faith, because I am not changing, it's not just some fad I picked. It's my religion. I was born into it. Then we can't be together. Somebody
Right.
had to say it. She wasn't going to say it. She just would prefer bickering with him all day long. And he's getting tired of that shit.
Yeah, it's like she came over there to.
You can't wear the hijab. We cannot. This is how it is. And it's not changing. So we can't be together if you can't do that. And she gets offended. Come on. You didn't see that coming? Anyway.
It's like she was the one saying it before she even left. Hey, Shonda, welcome.
Shonda. Hi, baby.
Welcome in.
Welcome.
The gang's rolling in.
Yeah, man.
Buddha said you were right, JJ, and it is Nicole. It is. We were right on that. Oh, and
Yeah.
Dolly said she loves the cat, and Buddha said you're looking sharp, right?
Yeah.
She come in all overdressed.
Yeah. Look, I done did a coach. I'm turning into coach. By the way, I got to do my American Dream Trading blog. Shout out to American Dream Trading. If you guys are interested in learning how to do the stock market, check out AmericanDreamTrading.com or on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok. Every day he's live. And he's training you on how to get money in the stock market. So Coach Chad Christian is his name, and stock markets and trading is his game.
I was
And I'm
gonna
telling
say,
you.
are you going into that game? I knew it because when you said is his name, I was thinking that.
Yeah, man, that's the place to be throughout the day. That's where I'm at. All day long. But it's cool because we get into these cool conversations about trading, and you get so much that you don't get on a lot of these YouTube channels, like on the Zoom call after hours, we're all just talking about the day, and you're getting all these tips, and you're in these conversations where you're learning from these guys that do this every day, all day, every day. You're learning what they do, how they do it. So if you just spend some time in that room, you will eventually pick up and learn everything that you need to learn on top of all the educational material. So if you want to become financially free, I'm telling you, check it out. J. Crew in the house.
Woohoo!
Woo!
J. Crew!
Yeah. My
I
God,
love
I'm
it.
telling you, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. Best moderators on the planet. And that's why I will never not be here on a Tuesday evening. I look forward to it. I love my J Crew. All right, check this out, dudes. They start out, right? Here's my blind ass. I'm just gonna click on the first couple that I see, and then we'll just talk about them. All right, so the first couple is Jen and Rishi. All right. Jen and Rishi, what to say about Jen and Rishi? Okay, because what?
I don't know. It just made me laugh because there's just all these couples. Just sometimes I have to laugh. I can't even there's so much to say. I can't even know where to start when it comes to these people.
I'm curious as to what you guys in the chat and you, baby, think about this guy right here. Okay, what's happening here?
Oh, the instructor, the dance guy.
Deer, what's his name? Deer. Okay, I feel like, and if you look at that top picture, Deer is chilling with Jen. The rest of the crew, because on the bottom, that's his little studio. That's a guy that she met the last time that she was there in Egypt or Colombia or wherever the hell they are. The last time she was there, and befriended him because she was looking for a workout studio to go to, and she found his, and they ended up talking afterwards and becoming friends and just chit-chatting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then of course that's her and Rishi in the middle. That was a scene we didn't get to see last week because I guess they left it on the cutting room floor. But they were arguing after they left his parents' house about, why didn't you tell me that they were finding you fiancés? So, and I thought they squashed it, but she was getting in that ass. But this guy here, man, not only does he look like Rishi, but he seems to have an understanding of who Jen is and what she wants in a relationship way better than Rishi does. And Jen and I thought he was gay at first, right? But I don't think so.
Yeah,
What do you guys think?
now after the conversation when we first zoomed in and he was like dancing around and stuff, I was like, "Oh, okay, that's her friend. Maybe he's like the gay friend, so
Right.
it
The
doesn't
gay
like because
friend,
usually
no threat.
if I'm not mistaken, or no, that might have been the Egyptian thing where they're really jealous if you go around another guy. But like in his culture, I don't know. I guess she just went to the dance thing and he's not that possessive of her. But I'm like, okay, so they were friends before he knew about Rishi. So my thought is the first thing she did when she was feeling like she needed to get away is she did run to this guy. So is he a friend? Buddha said, I think Jen may end up with deer. I mean, then Rishi
Yeah.
would be like a deer in headlights. Oh, sorry. Shonda said,
Ah!
I can't even take most of these couples seriously. I know. But, she seems like something about her just is starting
We're on the
to
same
seem
page, Buddha.
ditzy or something. Like I'm trying to trust him, but so it's like he has got this cultural thing. He's trying to say to his parents, like, I'm trying to ease her in, but he's not telling them.
Right.
He's trying to wait, and she's not trying to have that. She keeps bringing it up like she wants to tell him because now she looks deceitful.
Right. He's pulled her into the game. And now that she's been in the kitchen, you know, uh
Yeah, that was funny.
now that she's been in the kitchen cooking with mama with the hijab on,
That's a great
you
picture
know.
you found. She's like, "Are you serious?" That's like written all over her face. Like, I didn't, what'd she say? I don't have 4 master's degrees or something like that to come over here and serve your family all day or something like that. Serve
Yes,
them food.
I mean, he is really trying to domesticate her. And she went in the kitchen with good intentions. Oh, okay. Chop the beans up or whatever she was chopping. Okay, I could get into this. Oh, I love it. You have to stay out there while us women are in the kitchen. Cool. That works for me. I like this. I think I could do this. Until she found out that that was what was expected of the women there, and that was going to be her life. She's okay to do that shit for an hour with mom hanging out. But as far as serving him, she was like, well, I have to get up in the morning and serve him tea. Well, what about your husband? Does he ever get up and serve you tea? Oh, no, he don't do that. Yeah, she rethought that real
Mhm.
quick.
And then, like, I
And
don't know that if they lived on their own, it would be so, like, like that, but they don't want to live on their own. They want to live with the family. And Buddha said, I ain't
no,
waking up
he
at
does.
4 a.m. I meant Zay in that culture. I'm not waking up for no
Oh,
one.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like, my question is when you guys were talking about deer, would deer have the same cultural values though that he would want her to live with his family? Like they reel him in, not with none of that being said.
yeah. Good
Next thing you know,
question.
like Submit, she thought they were, he wanted to like live a life with her, and all of a sudden he wanted to go live home
Okay.
too.
Hypothetically, let's just say, for instance, Deer was interested in her and he was talking about Rishi doesn't respect her, he doesn't treat her how she needs to be treated. You know, let's just say that she started hanging out with Deer because she saw Deer as plan B. And I told you this the other night, Jen. I said, I think she's setting up plan B on the low.
Mm-hmm.
Really. And get it befriending this guy, scoping and and telling him all their business.
Yeah.
Okay, she's talking to
Rishi
another
ain't
man.
gonna
How would
like that. Even
I was
though
about to
he
say, how
seems
would Rishi
pretty
feel about that if he knew she was spilling all their shit to this other guy? And I think, she was like, she would probably argue, well, you've kept all of this from your parents. How do I know that you're not setting me up for failure and we're not going to be together anyway?
and
How do I know you're not planning to marry one of these other
he
girls?
might need that push. I mean, unfortunately, that's not a game you don't want to play games in a relationship, but he may end up having to get outside of his own head and figure out if he really loves her. He needs to move forward on this because she's now, not that she has to
I think
say
he's plan B.
the little
And I think
jealous.
he's gonna, and honestly, I think he's a lot more liberated. I don't think he might be the type of guy to deal with that or put her through, yeah, you gotta dress this way and cook this and do that. He seems to be like he's kind of like
Americanized.
Americanized. Yeah.
Buddha said,
So
American women take notes. You want an Indian man in India, you have to become an India wife. Yes.
yep. Yep. Yeah, they're in India. That's right. So yeah, it I think this dude, it's just like, Nicole and Mahmoud. It's like, you're over there in Egypt, which is how much percent, 90% Muslim over there. And they are strict Muslims over there. It ain't no, Usman type shit. Oh, you can wear what you want and do whatever. I don't care. No, they take it seriously. Okay. Not that they don't over in Africa, but these Egyptian Muslims that we're seeing, these guys know you can't be in the room with another man. Look how Rishi stood outside the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm like, they are orthodox, they are strict,
Yeah.
and they want their women to live the same way. And um, Mahmoud is not having it. I don't know what Jen doesn't get, but we'll talk about that when we get to him. But I tell you what, this girl here, she's like, I don't know if this is gonna work out. Not only is he lying, but now he's trying to set me up to be the happy housewife.
Ain't gonna
I
work.
don't think it's gonna work out. I don't think it's gonna work out. And if she stays over there, it's gonna be to hang out with Deer
Hmm.
and see where that goes. Because she might end up with him. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think so too, Boo. I think she's gonna. I think she's setting her ducks in a row.
Hmm.
I think she's lining up her
Now, do
ducks in
we
a
know
row.
anything about Deer though? Like, does Deer have a wife or family? Or I didn't
We
catch
don't
that because I
know.
went to sleep while this show was on.
Well, dude, you didn't catch it because she didn't throw it out there.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't know anything about Deer other than the fact that he runs this studio and she befriended him, talking to him. We don't know anything if he's gay or if he's even in a relationship, if he even likes her.
Right.
Like in that way. So right now, all we know is he's just a friend, and that's all it is, and that's all we know about him. But I'm curious because I feel like as the season goes on, more is going to be revealed about that relationship.
I feel like he's definitely going to be he's going to play a part in, I think, either Rishi getting off the, what do you call that?
Shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. It's he's gonna have to like make a decision there because I have a feeling she's not going along with this. We'll just ease into it. Plus, now we don't even know if she's gonna want to ease in. She's gonna want to marry him because she don't want to. She's gonna have to say, "Look,
She's gonna want to be
I'm
domesticated.
not gonna do that." But it reminds me of a just a couple hooking up over here in America. There are men that don't think women should work and should stay home and have kids,
Right.
and so it's like it's the same thing, but going over there you've got like a 99% chance that you're going to get someone that's very cultural, like, and wants you to live with their whole family and serve them tea.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what you sign up for. You know what I mean? That's like Nicole. Speaking of which, why don't we just go ahead and talk about
But
them
why didn't she
because
know this before now? That's another thing that confused me about this Jen and Rishi. Like, this is the first time the communication's horrible that he told her she'd have to live there and do that.
I know.
Maybe he's trying to get rid of her.
Yeah, he knows that might turn her off, right? No, that's not them. Where's Mahmood and Jen and Nicole? There
Nicole.
they are. All right, so Nicole and Mahmood. Um, Mahmood is good right now. Okay, so Mahmood finally has had his fill, and he's like, "I'm done." You know, if you don't want to wear the proper attire that it takes to be involved in a Muslim relationship, not to mention the fact that she is just generally working his last nerve. She couldn't light the stove. He said, "Babe, I told you how to do this 100 times." And Mahmoud just seems like he's losing patience with her. You
Hmm.
know, she seems like she's picking at him so much that it's getting on his nerves, that everything is just irritating him about her now. And finally, he's to the point where he's finally saying some of the things that we've been saying that he needs to say. Basically, it's not going to work,
Yeah.
you know?
She needs to be pushed to make a decision because she's playing both ends of the coin. She's over there. Okay, I did come over here. I made the commitment, but she's clearly not happy. She's crying in the bathroom last week. This
Yep.
week, she's like they're getting ready to go visit the uncle to start. She's going to start a business over there? Come on, girl. And then Buddha said there's chemistry. Oh, she's going back or posted this about Rishi and Jen before we get too deep in the these two. There's a chemistry between them two because in that workout scene you can tell Deer is Jen's confidant. Yeah.
Yes.
Dawn saw that too.
I'm gonna do that. I said the same thing, Buddha.
One more.
What the hell?
Nope. That's Gabe. There. Oh, that's Jen and Rishi again. Jen and Rishi are like stalking us. They don't want to leave.
I can't find
Rishi's
it.
kind of trying to get back on here and read our comments. Like, what? She's in love with the other man.
But yeah, I honestly don't think, and I think Mahmoud's parent, or his mother, I think his whole family in general, and you guys let me know what you think in the comments. I think his whole family in general is kind of probably losing patience with Nicole. I think Nicole is trying to be a bull in a china shop a little bit. She's trying to be a coffee bean, Jen, and it's not going to work in this case.
But that's not the way
You
to
know,
do that coffee bean thing, even if she is. Like she's not easing into it. She's clearly bucking up against it. She's not accepting their
she's
culture
trying
at
to
all.
she's trying to be the coffee bean and turn them into what she needs them to be.
Hmm.
And it's like, no, it's more of them than there is you, and they're all Muslim, or like devout
Yeah, I
Muslim.
feel like if
So you're
she
not changing that family.
give a little and try at least to accept some of the, understand where he's coming from. She doesn't say, I understand this is your culture and I
Right.
understand you need me to do this. So can we
Wear
do
the
this?
hijab out in the street.
Yeah.
Take it off when you come home. I'm sure he would be cool with that. You're already not wearing it in the house. She said when they went out, she couldn't even have a hair out. Well, he's obviously gone against his own religion, and he's allowed you to do it for this long. Wear the hijab when you go out. When you come home, take the shit off. It's like, I think he'd be cool with that. Like, that's a
And I
compromise. Don't say I will never, ever, ever wear that.
and he said, I thought it was a really good idea though about the business, right? Where she was saying that she was gonna create clothes for like those that
They
cultural
were modest.
style that were modest, but I'm
Yeah.
like, how modest is she gonna make them? He's not gonna like the clothes she's probably making either. Like, no, people can't wear that.
Hmm. And she's certainly not going to make any head dressings. You know what I'm saying? She's not like down with the head. And that's one of the prime staples of their attire, is that hijab, is that headpiece. And she is dead set against that. And for her to say, no, I will never put that on again. Not any compromise in her voice whatsoever, in her attitude, nothing. She wants it all or nothing. I want you, and I want to live the way that I want to live. She cannot have it both ways.
I've
So, and
always
he's telling her that.
said this about couples, even on Married at First Sight. There are some things that you can compromise on. And then there are these core kind of values that usually don't change within people. It's very difficult. And I think that's where this can't work with them too, because she is like on the other spectrum of American, as they used to call 90s woman, like she is like all about, I'm going to do what I want, say what I want, I want to, and he is all on the other side, like, no, this is how we do things. I just don't see
Right.
them being able to work.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't either, unfortunately. And I hate to see any relationship break up like that,
It's
but
best for
it's
both of
just
them.
not. Yeah, yeah, it is.
Dolly said
Yeah, it
Nicole
is.
was packing to leave.
Yeah, she was. So I don't know. Did they show a preview of next week? What happens with them if they're even on? Somebody let me know.
Let us know in the comments.
I didn't see the comments. I saw part of the previews of next week where it looks like Debbie and Osama are gonna break up or something like that because he's telling her something about he's not ready. That's where Jen, you told me that he was saying he wasn't ready to get married, and she's like, "Well, I got to go back to the States," and something about he lied to her, and I don't know, but it didn't look
Yeah,
good.
because it's his angel, and she lights up the walkway for him to be in life, and this and that, and all of a sudden, you know,
Yeah,
she
she's this
he's
walking sunshine.
and now he doesn't want to marry. Like those two things, I'm not sure how that ties together. The way that he acted, and then the way, like, I think they didn't completely weren't on the same page there. That when that marriage was going to happen.
Right. So then we've got Gabe and Isabel. This honestly was a very uncomfortable episode for me to watch personally.
Right.
I'm just going to speak for me personally with regards to these two.
Yeah, I don't like that either, Buddha.
um
She said, "I don't like how Nicole is quick to curse at Mood."
yeah, I don't either. She talks to him like trash.
Gabe, yeah, this was definitely a weird conversation with the doctor and her.
Nope, that's not it.
I was like, wow, he looks different.
Nope, that's not it.
I love these pictures you've
Is
chosen
this
though.
one? Nope. Nope.
Oh my.
Oh well.
Yeah, Dolly said she don't think Debbie and the 24-year-old is going to work out. I was given high hopes for that when I saw how kind of weird he was, and he kind of looked into her, but I'm not feeling it now either. Um I was very educated in the Gabe and Isabel segment. Buddha said it was an eye opener for sure, right? Like, wow, I had no idea
Yes.
that was even possible. All of that stuff.
I mean, wow, man, that was some
Technology.
education right there. I said the same. Damn, Buddha,
I
get out of
know.
my
I
head,
feel like you're the same
girl.
person. Sisters from another
I
mister.
do, right? What's your father? My dad got around. Yeah, but
You're crazy.
I'm telling you, girl, I said the same almost verbatim thing. I said this is a very educated. I said if you didn't know about transgender, you know now. Like there was a lot of stuff talked about there that what did I say? I said that they have tasked Gabe with being the poster child for transgender because he is being so open to the point where I've never heard this conversation from anyone that was transgender
I
on
know more
television
about his
before.
parts than I know about my own parts right now.
Like taking a piece from the leg as opposed to arm so it has a thicker,
Yeah, he's really
texture.
descriptive,
I'm
right?
like got saw the leg where it was cut out and it was like, damn, what? And then talking about they still have ejections
I
and
hope
peeing, and I'm like, whoa, what?
Here's my only
Yeah.
thought. I hope he doesn't go like completely berserk with all the plastic surgery like we've seen some of these women. You know how like it's like stop. I don't know, like,
Yeah,
poor
I think
Darcy and
he's done.
Stacy at
But
some point
honestly,
need to
I
stop.
didn't think the breasts were that big. I've seen men with
Yeah,
chests
maybe
like
if
that.
he could work
They don't
out,
work out. They look like pecs, really,
yeah, I didn't think they were that bad. I think it's him that doesn't feel he knows they're
because he
there.
knows their
Yeah,
breasts.
and he's trying to get to a
He
certain
knows their
image.
breasts. Yeah. And I guess he needs them flattened out. It looked kind of flat though. But if you look, I guess there was a kind of,
Jiggly.
yeah, where you could kind of, do a little squeeze action right there, and there was enough there that would probably cup in your. So he's probably uncomfortable with
Well,
that.
I'm sure the show
But
will keep us abreast of what's going on.
oh my god.
Here, his nickname
Oh
Stan,
man.
my father got around to.
No, Andrew.
Maybe he
All
had a
right. Well, hey, it was close. You never know. You never know. But yeah, man. So yeah, the educational piece on Gabe was almost TMI, but at the same time, I was into it. I'm like, what? I found myself constantly listening. I wasn't turned off by it. Look, I found it so cute and funny when they got into talking about, she said, yeah, yeah, mucho grande. You don't need nothing, no changes. You good. And he was talking about how he pees and everything. And they started cracking up. You could tell they were embarrassed
Mhm.
by the conversation, and they knew all of this was going on camera and millions of people were going to see it. And he was like, too much penis talk. He was like, mom, I'm sorry, grandma, I'm
I
sorry.
am, like, super impressed with her, like, just how accepting and how she's very interested in how he feels.
Isabella's the shit,
She's
man.
not very selfish at all, and I love that about
Yeah,
her, like, she is really one of the best kind of people. She even gets along with her
she is
kids.
the best mate for him, because you could tell he's self-conscious about it because of this whole top surgery thing. You could just tell how self-conscious he is about himself. And he says she makes him feel less defective,
Oh,
and you could tell she's really into him. She really loves him. She cares about how he thinks about himself. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So she is very uplifting and encouraging. And I hope to God, and you guys let me know what you think in the comments about the family thing. I hope that does not come between them. I really do, because they are a really cool couple. I want them to make it.
And I hope he gets out of himself and will do that same for her too. I mean, I don't see that there's any problem yet, but I see that he has a lot going on with the business and I can see how he gets in his own head. I'm like, I hope he
Yeah.
gives her that same, catering type.
And it's a constant battle for her. She's constantly catering to him and his temper tantrums,
Yeah.
that he has when he gets stressed out.
Dolly said she learned a lot from Gabe, and Buddha said I was shocked the can't they can bend the nerves with the thigh. Isabel was like, I love you the way you are. I want to live.
Right. Yeah, the whole pipe cleaner thing. And
There was a bunch
it
of
was
women
like,
out there going,
what?
Can you get some out of your thigh and put it on there?"
He was like, I didn't do no arm. He was like, ain't no flippy. What did he say? Ain't no floppy stuff happening over here.
Oh,
Wow, dude. I started laughing, think thick as my thighs. Yeah, man. Ooh.
uh,
But yeah. You know what? That's you can have all that. I'm not getting all cut up on
No, I don't like unnecessary
it ain't,
surgery myself. I don't care that he did it,
nah,
and
you
I'm
can have
okay with it. Like, I'm like, to each his own,
that.
because there's people that don't agree with my
Right.
lifestyle.
Although I think I could wear a nice little goatee though. But anyway. Um
Next week, y'all, J&J is gonna look different.
I know I'm gonna have it penciled in.
Like, she's
Where are we at, y'all? Okay, so our next couple, speaking of which,
uh,
speaking of the witch.
kind of reminds me of a witch.
Yeah, she does kind of have
She's a
that
little
look.
scary.
Oh, I never corrected
Not
her
like
spelling either.
in a
Oh
way that
well.
I mean she's not like It's just
Yeah.
something going on that it's creepy now ever since we learned all this stuff about her. Something is not there that she's telling us or something.
Something's not right. Something is not right with Chris. So we got Chris and Jamie once again going through the woes of their week. And let's see if I can find the right picture on this one. Dude, I swear they are getting rid of some of my pictures because I put a lot more pictures in there than this. Every week I say this. I need to double check this stuff. But okay, so here it is. Okay, so she's telling her they are in the store where they did the shopping, and she's laying on the bed having a conversation with Jamie, putting on her last minute, oh, by the way, I may have to go back to Alabama because there was a guy who broke into my house and stole. Now, this is the first time. This is why I think her ass is lying,
Right,
y'all.
right.
First time, right? We're hearing of a
And it had something to
motorcycle.
do with her because she was like, "This is what I was going to use to pay to sell
Right.
it." So, like, where? How much were you guys talking that she didn't
And
know
first of
this?
all, when were you going to sell it? And you're already over there. When the hell were you going to sell it and get the money?
That's what I don't understand. Like,
You would have had to go back home to sell it
something is
anyway. So at some
wrong.
point, she planned on dipping out anyway. You feel me?
Yeah,
And
and
she's
she
using this
should have
bike
set
as an
her up for
excuse.
it and said, "And if it had to do with your wedding, I'd let that guy go." Now why
Dude,
can't
when the show first started this season, did you see a bike anywhere? Oh well, I guess it would have
Already
been
stolen?
stolen already by then. But we didn't even hear about a bike. Not once did she mention a bike.
Not
And there
once.
was a guy that
And
stole
to
it.
her, I mean, to us, okay, we just met her, but to this girl that she's known, she'd been dating and is going to marry, never heard about it. And it was that impactful in her life that she's going to leave the country to go make sure he's put away. And Buddha said, now, why can't Chris attend her trial via internet? They do it all the time in America. Exactly. Something is she's not trying. She probably
Right. She
never
trying to
asked.
ghost her
Well,
again.
maybe she don't like
She's
the
trying to ghost her
she don't
again.
like the knives or the medication they have over here. She's going home to
She said something too that may clued me in that she might be getting cold feet. She said that Jamie seems like oh my god, I'm sorry,
It's
y'all.
been a
He
long
said
day.
that Jamie seems like she's starting to get a little bit at wit's end and a little frustrated with all that's going on because she knows she's wrong. She knows she's hitting her with all of this last minute stuff that now Jamie may be having second thoughts. She's dipping out.
Mhm.
She's dumping before she gets dumped
Mhm.
is exactly what's going on, because for all of a sudden for this motorcycle thing to come up, and now it's coming up in the middle of when they're supposed to be having their wedding.
That don't make this is
She's like, we got to move the wedding date. All she talked about was, yes, I'm getting married in 9 days. I'm getting married in 9 days. Then all of a sudden, oh, I have a trial to go to and we can't get married. She's ghosting her. She's getting ready to dip out. Either that or she's going home to get a plethora of drugs to bring back so she can stop, because what's up with they get house calls, man.
I know. I was like, wow, that's pretty. And I thought during kind of that probably was a better idea during COVID and stuff because, I don't know that's really a good idea to put all sick people in one place anyway. I go in with a cold and I catch the flu from the guy sitting next to me. Buddha said, shoot, I'll take Jamie. She's gonna have to come to the US though.
Yeah,
US of
you know
A.
what?
I just got that. I thought it was that's something in the text when I got you the US of A. I love it.
Right, because Jamie seems like she's cool. She
I
really
feel like
seems cool. She reminds me of Isabel.
yeah, she's really supportive of her. And really, when she was crying because she was in pain, I'm like, okay, she's not looking like she's ready to give up. But there's a part of her that's like, okay, this too. Like now the motorcycle, like
Right.
it's
She
getting on
said,
my nerves.
I mean, she's like, I'll be honest with you, I feel really hurt right now because it's like, here you go, dipping out yet again. She went
Mm-hmm.
and called the doctor. She's like, okay, I don't want to see her in pain, so I went on ahead and called the doctor, got the doctor over there to give her some injections so she can, stop dealing. It's probably because of the way she jumped on that bed. If you got a broken neck, you got no business jumping on a bed like that. That's why it's like, okay, either she's lying, you know what I mean? You got a broken neck and you jumping around like that, or she was extremely doped up on morphine or coke or whatever that she didn't feel it. But yeah, either way, I I am on the side of Jamie in this relationship, and I think Chris is full of shit, and I think Jamie needs to get the hell out of Dodge quickly.
Yeah, this is not going to end well. This is a
I'm
toxic
on the side of the
relationship.
foreigner on this one.
Mhm.
Yep, I'm on the side of the foreigner on this one. I don't think the American got it going on at all in that relationship. Chris is gone.
Yeah.
That she needs to go ahead and ghost that girl. And I hope she does ghost her, and I hope she will not take her back a second time if she does.
I'm
She ought to
just
look at it like, okay, woo, dodge that bullet.
I
Ghost
don't
me, bitch. Bye.
exactly. I don't think she likes it over in her country, and that's why she's getting cold feet, really. I feel like
I
it's
do
too
too.
far out of the zone where she came from, in that like hick type environment or whatever she was in with the knives and the
She was
um
in the hood with the guns and the knives and the
Chris being on Coca-Cola, LOL. Buddha said, I'm gonna mute and go get my sweet potato out of the oven real quick.
yeah, I know. I smell it all the way in here.
Okay.
That's gonna be a burnt potato. Okay, so who is next on the Rasta? All right, so Debbie and Osama. And of course, that picture is gone. Oh, no, it's not. Wait a minute. Yep, it is. Nope. There we go. So we got Debbie and Osama. I have to admit, I was touched by the reunion of these two. When he saw her standing there, you could tell he got excited. And she, you know what, Debbie is aging pretty well. What is she, 67? She looks damn good. She got a little bit of makeup on, obviously, but she's still really pretty. She has a glow about her. Look at that she has a glow about her. And she still has a very youthful glow, and I think that and her eccentricity, her artistry is what he's attracted to, because that's who he is. He's an artist, he's a painter, he's a poet. On top of that, he's a skater, so he's very not status quo, right? And neither is she. And so they are two peas in a pod. So I'm a little disappointed at the things that it looks like it's coming up between them, because honestly, if two people were ever a mismatch that looked like they could possibly work, it's these two.
Mhm.
It just so happens that they were both born in different eras, but they found each other. Who knows? They could have been together in a past life or something. The way that were looked like they were attracted like magnets to each other, and they're so far apart in age.
Mhm.
And age is just a number, but they really look like they belong together. So I'm curious to see what the hell happens between them. I didn't Does anybody know what the deal was? Because did he say anything this episode about not getting married, or is that all in the preview? Because how'd you know about it, Jen? Did you see that preview?
So yeah, like when he was giving not really a preview, but he was giving his I can't remember if it was a preview, but it was one of the times he was just talking to the camera, I believe. It might have been in a preview and saying he doesn't know that he's ready to get married so quickly. And he has to
Ah.
tell Debbie, and I'm like, okay, that's the wrong time, Dolly said Debbie looks better than Jenny. Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Debbie was working them eyes, Buddha said. Boy, I agree. Debbie was working them eyes, boy.
I
And
mean,
he
she really has a youthful look to her.
Oh, thanks, Buddha. She confirmed. He said it in his personal interview. But I'm like, okay, he let her come over there. I think, are we starting to think, is he really that good of an actor? Is he trying to get her over there to get money? Or why is he not ready to get married if he's that into her? That's my only question. And I do see a connection like you.
Yeah,
But I'm like, what is the catch here? Why it doesn't it's something got to be holding him up from that. I'm wondering what is the reason. I can't wait to
good
find out.
question.
They will keep me watching.
Good question. What do you guys think? Do you think that he's got another woman? Or is it dad that may have a problem with it? Is it the fact that he just wants to stay being a lone wolf? Remember when the season first opened and or last week when we were introduced to him, he said, I'm a loner. Maybe he's afraid of being in a relationship and all that that entails. And especially if she'd packed her shit and came over there, and I'm sure the son is going to love that because trust and believe you me, if she comes back to the States with that shit that he's talking, like he's not ready, that son ain't going to let her leave again.
Oh no, Dolly.
There's
She
no
said
way.
I saw a clip where he was nasty toward Debbie. Oh my goodness. That's breaking me.
Wow. Okay.
So this guy might
Like
be
what?
putting
Like
on an
yelling
act.
at her? Oh, that's man. Yeah, no. You can act up if you want to, Osama. You'll end up like the other bin Laden.
I hope he doesn't mess up her childlike, but apparently she's been through some stuff and she's still like, I'm gonna go see my Osama and it's all sunshine and rainbows. So
Right.
maybe it's not gonna,
Her
continue.
son will legit jet over there and whip his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? He better watch
As
his
he
step
should.
because he has no idea what that son is going through. Because, of course, I'm sure she's not telling him all of that. The fact that her son hates his guts.
Well,
So he will be over there, and I hope he does. If he breaks her heart or he's nasty to her, I hope the son comes over there and whoops his ass.
you know what the thing is too? I wonder if he's all nice and stuff until she doesn't go along with whatever his
Or the
weird plan
prenup.
is, Yeah, like
Yep.
the prenup or
Pull
her
out the
saying she's
prenup.
gonna leave if he don't want to get married. And, I want to know
Yeah,
what
where did
his
it come from?
where did it come from? Like, why doesn't he want to get married and why would he let her come over there? It's just
I'm like, did she tell him about the prenup maybe? And he's like, okay, well then what's the point then? If I'm
mhm.
not gonna get anything out of this, then guess what? Bye bye. I'm not really interested. I need somebody that can do something for me. But I mean,
Or
what
maybe it begins like a trust thing because he is kind of spiritual. Like, if I'm your soulmate, why are we signing papers? Like,
uh,
I don't know. Like, he could be running that on her just to
yeah,
say, to make her feel bad, whether he really thinks that or not.
I don't know. But I'm disappointed just to hear that, and to know. Phew. Man, I tell you, these people, they don't know what to do.
It's a shame.
And let's see, Nicole. Who are we missing? Are we missing Johan and Danielle?
Yeah, I always forget them, and so does the show. It seems like they show them last sometimes too.
Yeah, I don't know that I have them.
Yeah, you did. I saw them. I saw it earlier when you were running through.
Yeah, I've got a picture of them, so I'll just go ahead and throw the pic up.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, so Johan and Danielle. Danielle, it wasn't much on them this week. I think this couple is boring. I think that's why we don't see them that much because we've seen enough of them in Love in Paradise. We know their story. It's like, I think they just needed some filler. They needed another relationship, so they brought them over to this. Because really, when you think about it, it's not technically the other way. She hasn't moved over there yet. I guess she's just testing the waters, but she just makes a mountain out of a molehill about the fact that he kept from her that his ex, who he got pregnant, didn't have a miscarriage, but actually had an abortion. Okay, who cares? Is he with this woman? Is she even a part of his life? It's like you would think that she would just be happy that there's no ex and child running around that she would have to be dealing
Mm-hmm.
with. It didn't happen. The baby's not here. Who cares how it came to be that the baby's not here? It's not here, and it's none of your damn business. It's like, why is she prying and using? I feel like she's using his past as an excuse to belittle him or come down on him in some kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he made a perfectly good point. It's very painful for him to talk about, so that's why he didn't go into detail on it. Not to mention, it has no bearing on their relationship whatsoever.
Yeah.
So why is she pressing it? And why did this have to go on for 2 weeks? Storyline. They're just trying to create some drama between these two because there is nothing to watch them for.
Exactly.
You know, that was just a story that was just some bullshit that was stretched out longer than it should have been. It was a quick conversation. Oh yeah, no, she didn't have a miscarriage. She had a boy. Oh, she had a boy. Oh, okay. Well, you didn't tell me that. Well, either way, boom, and keep it moving. Why? He lied to me. I don't know if Johan is being truthful, and now that's going to bleed into. I don't know if he's mature enough to have a relationship. Look, he was mature enough to marry your ass. So, you know what I
Right.
mean? It's like you didn't think about that maturity when you was getting that, you know, y'all know what I'm talking
Right.
about. That thing was mature, wasn't it?
It's like she's so
So, you know,
controlling, like she's trying to meld him into the right.
I don't like the way she talks to
Mm-mm.
him
Talks
at
to him like he's
all.
their kid.
Yeah, you know, it's like I mean, that man could throw you up on his shoulders like you like a little rag doll.
I mean, I'm
You know
surprised
what
he's
I
still
mean?
even with her. I guess that proves the point that, or is he still thinking maybe she's going to end up not liking it there? Because I think part of why she did that, like we were talking about last week, was to kind of push him to see if he really wanted to
Yeah,
be with her or if he wanted to come to America.
I think he's doing what Pedro did. And he's trying to hold on, thinking that he can go ahead and get to the States and make a good life for himself and send some money home. That's why he's putting up with her bullshit.
Right.
Because trust and believe, if they go on for a good year or so and Nicole still is living in the DR and shows no signs of wanting to return to the States, Johan's going to have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to end up cheating on her and hooking up with somebody else. Because I'll be honest with you, the way he was staring at her girlfriend last week, I'm
I don't
like,
know that I was catching that. I remember you were saying that. I was like,
Johan is gonna jump ship, dude. Let somebody else come along that is offering him the package that he's looking for. He is out. Nicole is too petty. Nicole.
mm-hmm.
Danielle is too
I knew who
petty.
you meant.
And she got too many issues, and she's always coming down on him for something
Yeah.
anymore. It's not fun for him anymore. So yeah, and the lure is no longer there. Oh, Americana, Estados Unidos. You know what I mean? Let's go to the United States. Yeah, that's gone. That's
Right.
off the
It
table.
just
So what's the attraction? There is none. He's hanging out with her. He still has feeling, but trust and believe. Let a better package come along. He's gone, and I don't blame him because she lied to him. Oh yeah, sure,
she
I'll
always
take you to
talks
the
about
States. Here you
him
go, my
being
friend.
honest. It's like, okay, you lied to him about coming to the United, like where you were going to live,
Yeah.
not a past relationship or something that happened in your past. You lied to him in the current.
God forbid a relationship issue comes out about her. We already know she's had financial issues, and that's one of the reasons she's skipping the country, but let it come out that she's got other issues going on financially. I mean, like with a relationship or something like that, which I don't see, because who even wants to be bothered with with Danielle but Johan? Okay. But what are your guys' comments before we dip out? What are you guys' comments on these couples?
Buddha said
Because
true earlier. I think she was talking about a previous thing that you were saying.
what was the
I
true
think it
about
was
Boo?
when you were talking about they're boring. If I can remember
Yeah,
what it comes in.
I think they're making up storyline for Johan and Danielle because their story's been told.
Mm-hmm.
Their story's been told. What else is there? She went over there, she found her Sankey Panky, and she married him. And but she pulled
Pulled
a
the okey
Sankey Panky on
doke.
him. Yeah, she pulled the okey doke on the Sankey Pank. Okay, we ain't going nowhere. We staying right here, and we're gonna make a
I ain't got
life. And
no
he's like, all
money.
right.
I lied about that.
2000, 2000 a month. She was paying 4,000. 2000, yeah. $2,000. Weren't you paying double that for a place that was probably no bigger than a
Plus, she don't want
shoebox?
to live probably just anywhere. She's probably trying to live in the resort type area.
Yeah, that was a nice apartment she looked at. And her apartment wasn't all that. Because in New York, you're going to pay an arm and a leg for a rat trap. Okay, that's just how it is. The cost of living is extremely high up there. $4,000 a month for an apartment. Come on now. And it probably wasn't no bigger than the studio right here. I mean, seriously, that's how it is. You don't get a whole lot of room in New York, not unless you got those kind of bucks. It depends on the area you live in. So what she was looking at, dude, I'd pay 2 G's for
Buddha
that,
said they're boring,
especially in the
and Danielle
DR.
is just trying to make something out of nothing. Yep.
Yes, it's like it's tiring already. It's like all she wants to ever do is bicker and yell at him. And I'm gonna tell you who else? Nicole and Mahmood. Same shit.
Hmm.
It's the same storyline. It's like, okay, we get it. You moved from the States to be with him, but you guys will not work because of this. It's like, why are you prolonging it? Please get
Hmm.
divorced so we can all stop hearing about it because it's not gonna work.
Right.
Like, stop
You're getting
stretching the
JJ
same
over
shit
here
out
fed
week
up.
after week after week.
Get them out of there and
You
bring in two
know?
new couples.
Yeah, it's like they can do that. Remember Caleb and Alana?
Hmm.
So yeah, just replace here. Take this couple out, insert a new one, but don't do it like they did before. Because who did they get? Oh my God, who's that guy that looks like Chuck Norris? They replaced them with the guy that worked at the nonprofit. I can't remember his name now. I know Buddha knows it.
Wait,
She knows all her names.
who?
Dolly, what's this guy name? Remember the guy from
Oh, I
what the hell
remember.
was
He
that?
was supposed to be an actor or something.
Yes,
Remember, and
yes,
he
yes, yes, yes,
like packed
yes.
all his stuff and went over there, and then she didn't want to meet him.
Yeah.
It was oh, what was his name? And
I
then
cannot
we did
remember
hear
their
later
name.
on, or a rumor that he
Oh,
was
wait a minute. Ben.
Ben. Yep, and I can't
It was
remember her
Ben.
name, but it was and I don't know why something tells me I read that they are together or were together after that. That
I
young girl,
think
right?
that's the surprise couple that, yeah. And towards the end of the season, it was so crazy because she was literally running away from him,
Yeah. How
you
much did he
know?
pay her?
But yeah.
Wow, that was a blast from the past. I totally forgot about them.
And then it turns out he had financial issues or he had something that was going on
Yeah,
that came out in the wash about him financially, or he wasn't a good businessman or
something.
something.
Yeah, I heard something like that too. It was like,
You know what freaked me out? I was flicking through as I was watching TLC about Jared, the subway guy, man. They have that apparently on Discovery Plus this week or this month or whatever, talking about the story about Jared being a pedophile. I was like, what? I mean, I heard he went to jail for being, but I'm
I
like,
know.
man,
How weird.
that's disappointing. And the whole first part of it, I didn't watch the whole thing, but the whole first part of it was talking about how he was made fun of like severely as a kid growing up. And he had gotten up to about 300 pounds when he was still in school.
Mm.
So, he had a lot of
Anger.
inferiority complex issues. Yeah, he was not so much, well, he might have been angry, but he was alone a lot. Nobody wanted to sit next to him. But none of that is an excuse for what he did.
Exactly.
It's like we all got issues. Everybody doesn't turn into a pedophile or a mass murderer or a cannibal or all of that. You know what I mean? Or somebody that shoots. It's like everybody got an excuse for everything. But when you take it down that road and you affect other people's lives with your bullshit, it's,
Right.
you know, that's not where it's at. So, but let me ask you guys a question too, because I know a couple of you watch Netflix. Have you heard of a show called You? Coach was
You.
talking about it today. Yeah, Jen, it's this show called You. And I can't they said it's basically something that it's like mysterious, and it deals with universe and all of that type of stuff, like stuff that we would be into. Has anybody seen that or heard of it?
Um, I'm trying to
It's
think if
on
I've ever.
Netflix.
Oh, Buddha said she watches it. Oh, cool.
Is it good? They said it is really good. If Buddha watches it, it's probably good because she
Right?
watches some good stuff.
Dolly hasn't seen it. Okay,
You
so we
haven't
need
seen
to
it,
maybe
Dolly?
check
Okay.
this out. I definitely want to watch it. If it's not too creepy.
Heads up, Dolly. Check out Netflix. It's a show called You. And yeah, they
I
were
thought you were
really
saying it
raving
was
about
called my name. It was called Vegan Knowledge JJ.
it. But yeah, they were raving about it today on just on the Zoom call, and Coach was like the main one that said, "Yeah, me and my wife watched that faithfully. Like you got to see that." And people were chiming in, "Oh yeah, last week such and such," and
Oh my
oh
goodness. I'm so under a rock. What's going on? I didn't know anything about it.
yep, I think I might check it out. Think I might check it out.
I'm
Well,
watching the what do we watch? The Bachelor and all the reality shows. I don't know if I can add a new one in.
I am trying to get into Survivor. I don't know what has happened to my Survivor mojo. I cannot seem to keep my attention on that show. It's like we
Because
binged
there's no
40
crazy love
season of it.
stories.
We binged 40 season of it, and it's like I lost interest or something. It's like I can't seem to get into it. But it's only got 2 episodes, so this week will be the third one. So I want to try to catch up on that. But I might try to check this You out. Might have
Yeah,
to
we don't
start.
want to get behind 40 seasons of Survivor again. I can't, I don't
No.
have that in me. Buddha said it's like a new Dexter in a way. What is the
See,
Dexter?
I never watched Dexter. They somebody mentioned Dexter
Oh my
too.
goodness. Now I got to catch up on Dexter too.
So yeah, we definitely got to check that out. It's probably going to make me go look for Dexter if I like it that much. Like, what is try to find out what it's compared to.
Take
That's
on
what
a
I did with
tangent.
Survivor. I saw all these characters, Sandra and Boston Rob, and all the history that everybody was talking about with the winners at war. And I was like, okay, I want to go back and see how all these people came to be who they are.
Right.
And boy, did we ever find out. That was good. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here, y'all.
This was
I'm think,
fun.
yeah, it always is. It always is.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you for being faithful participants in our Tuesday takeover.
I love you
Um,
guys.
yep.
Buddha
So,
said, meaning there will be a lot of people going missing.
aha.
Oh, Dolly said she'll check it out. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
let's check it out, Dolly. And we'll talk about it next Tuesday. I'll definitely binge it and see what's what. We can definitely talk about it next Tuesday.
Buddha
So,
said, let's get you to 15,000 subscribers. Don't
15,000
forget to hit that
subscribers,
like
baby.
button,
It's at
comment, and subscribe.
1196.
Become a member of the J Crew.
Woo, 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 woo.
Woo!
Guys, I will see you next week. Everybody, I want you to have a good and safe week. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. Have a fantastic weekend, and we will do this next Tuesday, same bat time, same bat channel, maybe a little earlier though. Y'all have a good night. Love y'all.